Everybody knows someone who says, one day, I'm going to be big, famous, powerful, untouchable. They don't just want money. They want meaning. They want recognition. They want to feel like their life matters. But psychology asks a deeper question. Why do some people feel like they were born for more, while others are comfortable staying invisible? Is ambition confidence, or is it fear wearing expensive clothes? Today, we're breaking down the psychology of people who are so ambitious, why the hunger feels so strong, and how ambition can either build you or quietly destroy you. The chosen one feeling. Most ambitious people carry a quiet belief, I'm not meant for average life. Psychologists call this narrative identity. It's the story you tell yourself about who you are becoming. When someone dreams of stardom, their mind creates a future version of them, confident, respected, admired. That imagined self becomes emotional fuel. But here's the danger. When your identity is tied to a future you haven't reached yet, every delay feels like failure. Every obstacle feels personal. You're not just chasing success, you're protecting who you believe you are, and that creates pressure most people never talk about. The motivation. Here's a secret. Many people don't want success. They want out. Out of poverty, out of loneliness, out of being ignored, out of being underestimated. So ambition becomes survival. Not, I want to be great, but I can't stay here. That's why some dreamers work harder than others. Their hunger isn't luxury, it's emotional escape. But escape ambition has a problem. If you only run from pain, you never slow down long enough to build skill. You stay desperate instead of disciplined. And psychology shows desperation burns fast, discipline burns long. The need for validation. A lot of star dreamers grew up feeling not seen, not praised, not chosen, so their brain connects achievement with love. This is called the external validation loop. It sounds like, when I become somebody, people will respect me. When I succeed, I'll finally matter. But validation is a thirsty emotion. No amount of applause fully heals insecurity. That's why some famous people are still anxious, still empty, still comparing, because they didn't chase mastery, they chased approval. And approval disappears the moment attention shifts. The fantasy brain. Your brain loves imagined futures. Neuroscience shows dopamine spikes more from anticipation than achievement. So when you picture yourself on stage, in luxury, with power, your brain rewards you emotionally. Sometimes dreaming feels better than doing. That's why ambition can quietly turn into fantasy addiction. You visualize success, you talk about success, you post about success, but the work feels heavier than the dream. Psychology calls this productive illusion. You feel busy without becoming dangerous at your craft. And stars aren't built by fantasies, they're built by repetition. Obsession versus healthy ambition. Healthy ambition says, I'll grow slowly. I'll look stupid at first. I'll improve in silence. Unhealthy ambition says, I must look successful now. I can't be ordinary. I need results fast. So instead of improving, people start performing. They chase image over substance. They want the lifestyle before the skill. But psychology is simple here. Some people want the life more than they want the work. And the work always exposes who's serious. Identity collapse. When your whole identity becomes future star, what happens when growth is slow? Views are low. Nobody notices yet. Psychologists call this ego investment. Your dream isn't just a goal, it becomes your personality. So failure doesn't hurt once, it hurts twice. Your plan fails, and your self-image collapses. That's why ambitious people secretly struggle with anxiety, comparison, loneliness, imposter syndrome, even while smiling online, because they're carrying a version of themselves they haven't earned yet. Comparison culture. Social media made ambition louder. Now you don't just dream, you scroll through other people's highlights. You see their success, their money, their audience, their lifestyle. And your brain forgets something important. You're comparing your behind the scenes to their edited moments. Psychology calls this upward social comparison. It motivates at first, then poisons. Instead of asking, how can I improve, you start asking, why am I behind? And ambition turns into quiet self-hate.
The real star mindset. Here's the difference between dreamers and builders. Dreamers chase status. Builders chase mastery. Dreamers ask, how do I look impressive? Builders ask, how do I become dangerous at my craft? They fall in love with boring repetition, recording when nobody watches, practicing when nobody claps, learning when nobody cares. Psychology shows identity is built backward. You don't become confident, then act. You act, then confidence follows. Stars aren't born, they're trained in silence. Reality facts. If you dream of becoming a star, that's not wrong, but ask yourself one honest question. If nobody saw this, would I still do it? Because real ambition isn't loud, it's loyal. Loyal to the work, loyal to growth, loyal to patience. And the people who make it aren't the ones who believe they're special. They're the ones who prove it quietly every single day. If this changed the way you see ambition, subscribe to You Think, and I'll see you in the next one.